Mark, you are headed into senior night on Thursday, so how does it feel to see these women that you've gotten to see develop for the past 2 years off into the next stage of their life?
So I think it's definitely each year you get to know the players a little bit better and build the relationships, on and off the field, and there's definitely more emotion and connection, and so I can be happier for both of them because they're both people with high character and class, the way they conduct themselves, and both on and off the field, right? So they're both high achieving in the classroom, and they've been great examples, role models for all the freshmen, especially this year, because we have such a large class. So it's just good to see them grow as adults, as people, and I know they'll be very successful in the future because of who they are and what they become. So.
Well, Blair is such a fun personality off the field too, especially in practice and in the bus and stuff. So how are you hoping to continue to cultivate that light atmosphere? She's always telling jokes. She's always the life of the party. So how do you hope this class can continue that sort of attitude?
Well, I think so someone like Blair is the things that she does, not necessarily maybe on the field, but behind the scenes, that you always need somebody like that, right? That can, help mentor and foster camaraderie, off the field, in the locker room, or whatever it may be, at the meals, right, that she talks about. So, I always encourage, that leadership can be in different ways. It doesn't always have to be in your face, with teammates, and doesn't have to be the cheerleader, yelling and screaming and being vocal, but she can do it in different ways. And Blair's a great example of how she contributes that people may not really notice and pick up on, because a lot of the things she does is behind the scenes. So, and I think with Jenna, it's a quiet strength that she kind of, the aura that she puts out, right? And when Jenna, speaks, it's like E.F. Hutton, people listen because it's not necessarily, all the time. But a lot of the things that she does is more leading by example, rather than verbal and vocal. So I think, those are qualities that, we'll miss, but hopefully people have picked up on and will carry going forward.
So with it being such a small class, just the two of them, how has that sort of impacted the team structure as a whole, with the juniors and then the sophomores stepping into leadership roles?
Yeah, so I think other people have had to step up in various capacities, whether like I said, you can lead in different ways. So some of the juniors, they've had to step up, but also, being kind of leaders of their classes, because we have such a large freshman class, who's stepping up and leading the freshmen, right, and keeping them in check or keeping them in line, right, and kind of just, I think it's almost like a leadership by committee at this point, because this group, they seem to get along, and they, and then they do respect, I think, each other in what they do and what they say.
Definitely. It's really fun to watch this team post-game when I go down onto the field and search out my interviewee for the evening. It's great to see them all patting each other on the back, and then sometimes Gordon's kids will be there. We'll give them some hugs and hang out with them. So I love the spirit of this team. It's been so much fun to watch them get together and enjoy being a part of the team. Even the girls who are sitting on the bench are so engaged when everybody comes back over and celebrates usually.
Yeah, so no, it's definitely, I think, the type of environment we want, and I think, that's where, when you create those types of that environment and pleasantness, right, then I think other people pick up on it and they want to be a part of it, they want to join, and I think that's helping us in the recruiting process as well. So.
Great. Well, what are you most looking forward to for this Thursday game as far as the game goes, but also honoring these two seniors at the halftime show?
Well, so I think we want to, as far as coming to the end of the regular season, we want to kind of continue our momentum, get another win and keep a streak alive. That's been one of the struggles during the season is it seems like, we have a couple and then we have kind of a setback or, go 2 steps forward, 1 step back. So we want to just kind of, keep it going and go into the postseason with the conference tournament, building on that momentum and make a push to try to qualify. Obviously, our goal being is get to that point where we can qualify for the national tournament as well. So I think that's what we want to continue to strive for. So.
And then the halftime show honoring those seniors. What are you most excited about for that little ceremony? You honor them with the T-shirt, and everybody gets to see them walk out.
So I think actually we're going to do it pre-game. So
do that
the
question
pre-game show. Mark, what are you most excited about for? We'll do it 2 separate chunks. What are you most excited about for the game? Mark.
It's cold.
What are you most excited about for the game on Thursday?
So I think we want to continue to build the momentum. We've had 2 games in a row where we've, I think, had shutouts, right? And I think in the previous game against Mount Mercy, it was a very dominating performance, right? So we created a lot of opportunities, and we were able to finish and score 3 goals. We want to continue to be more efficient, right, in that respect. But yeah, just I think going into the conference tournament, we want to make sure that we continue to have that mentality and mindset of going out there and try to dominate and get the results to hopefully, our goal being is we want to qualify for the national tournament.
So we have the senior ceremony pre-game on Thursday, and what are you looking forward to about honoring these 2 women?
So I think, the big thing being is like I said, they both are of high character and they do everything, with class. And, I think people will need to see that, right? And then what they accomplished not only in their 4 years on the field, but off the field in the classroom academically and just see the type of people they've become. So I think, we want to recognize all their contributions, right? And make sure that the future classes can maintain that high level of integrity and expectations.
Well, thank you so much for watching, and make sure to view the interview with Blair and Jenna that we did prior to this, and tune into the game at 5 p.m. on Thursday.